All right, so welcome to another session. And after a super volatile last week where we saw a brutal sell off initially, and then a recovery in the first 3 days of the week, and finally closing the week from where we exactly started in the last 2 days. There were so many global cues and so many global volatilities, also fueled by what happened in the HDFC Bank last week was something that the investors and the traders were more concerned for, and which is why we saw the week closed immensely weak because nobody wanted to carry forward their positions for this week. Now that somehow worked like a boon for all of them because the global cues that we saw that came up during the weekend and how the markets are opening today is something that you should all know, and what has changed during the week and where do we stand today vis-a-vis the last week as traders, and what should you do with your portfolios? Should you go and invest? Should you go or wait? Or should you lighten up your portfolio? What should you exactly do? You will get all of these answers by knowing what we are going to discuss now. So stay tuned. And today is 23rd of March, Monday, and we are in the Trader Hikes Live daily traders Basecamp session. Welcome all of you. And now we will start with the global updates and cues, right? All right. So before we dive into the charts, I have a few things to tell you. Now, what exactly happened during the week and where are we currently in the global Q scenario? So we are in the fourth week of the war. Now, so war started on 28th of February and today is 23rd of March. So we are now entering the fourth week of the war. Generally, this is the time, when the global countries realize that, the pain points that they are witnessing and what exactly they should do to protect their own economy. And 15th day is when generally, the US markets bottom or factor in all the war news. So this has already happened. And let's say this week is going to be more troublesome and more volatile for the global investors and the traders. So, what we will do and what you should do as traders, we will discuss. But before that, quickly let's summarize what happened during the week. So, Trump sends new warning signals to Iran saying that they will destroy all their power facilities if they do not open the Strait of Hormuz in next 48 hours. Now, Iran cautions US back. Iran says, if you think about doing this, we will destroy all the power facilities in the Gulf, the neighboring countries, and we will destroy all their consulates. Now, this is a great escalation in what we are seeing between Iran and US. Both the countries are equally desperate to have their own reasons being pushed across, but nobody is desperate enough to agree with the demands of the opposite parties. Now, Iran cautions US that any such move, will be done. Also, they said that we will attack the desalination plants of the Gulf. So basically, they are saying that you attack our power, we'll attack back your power plus water. Now, US bond yields are on the rise. So, what does this indicate? So, when the US bond yields rise, this indicates that there are concerns of the increasing inflation. Now, when the inflation increases in the subsequent months and quarters, what exactly happen? You have to increase the interest rates to control that inflation. So on one side, Trump was, going after the Fed chairman to reduce the interest rate because he wanted the inflation, the growth to be pushed across. But now the opposite has happened. The inflation is now rising, and eventually the Fed will either have to control the reducing of its interest rates or will have to increase the interest rates. Now, countries are finally trying to diversify their oil purchases. What were earlier, concentrated in the Middle East are now the countries are now looking for options all across. The first option comes is the African countries. So when the African countries we see, African countries do not have the capacity to ramp up their production. So therefore they are ruled out. Now countries are going after America, which is exactly what they wanted. So America wanted this, and this is exactly happening. America wanted to sell oil to each and every country, and now they are doing this. We have a global shortage of oil and gas, and India is not at all immune from this. We also have an immense shortage in oil and gas. We are seeing news coming from managements and the companies that they are either slowing down their production or have completely shut down the plants because of the shortage of gas. Now there are gas usage in the production, either to burn the furnaces, in the foundry plants, in different manufacturing. Then you have shortage of semiconductor chips, so that directly hits and impacts the defense as well as the EMS industry. So consumer durables are badly hit because of this. Now the concern that is now shaping up, and is shaping up really bad, is the shortage of fertilizers. If we face the shortage of fertilizers, and nitrogen based fertilizer is something that we are seeing shortage of, and that can badly hit the agricultural economies, India being one of them. So these are the concerns over the weekend, and now it's time for us to quickly go to the charts and see what is exactly cooking in the charts and what you should be knowing all about. All right, so guys, we have charts here, and this is exactly what you should be discussing and seeing, and which is what we are doing currently. Now if you see charts, this is Nifty 50, guys, and Nifty 50 something that you should be aware of where exactly we are and how is the picture currently looking like. So there is no doubt in the overall picture of Nifty 50 that we have lost the entire steam. We have lost all the support ranges up until now. The closest ones have been lost, and now we are looking at support which were around 1.5 years back. After we break March 2025, this is something that is going to be so bad for all of us. हमारे को अंदाजा भी नहीं है कि अगर हमने ये सपोर्ट ब्रेक किया तो निफ्टी कितना खराब हो सकती है. Therefore आज जो गिफ्ट निफ्टी की ओपनिंग है, that is indicating that Nifty is opening below this. ये जो हमने लास्ट वीक का सपोर्ट था उसके नीचे वो खुलेगा गिफ्ट निफ्टी, और निफ्टी का 1.5%. सो अभी पता चल जाएगा कि हाउ द मार्केट इज ओपनिंग, बट इट इज रफली अराउंड हाउ मेनी पॉइंट्स. 1.5% is roughly around 350 points. Let's see where Nifty opens, and if it opens here, this can shape things pretty bad. And जो भी sectors अभी तक strength show कर रहे थे, they will be the ones that should fall with Nifty. This is what we can see, right? And if this happens, then eventually all other sectors will fall. So Nifty 500 is also again downtrending, और ये support आज सारे ही sectors almost तोड़ेंगे. जितने भी sectors है guys, जिन्होंने भी last week का जो support है सब तोड़ेंगे, और जो नहीं तोड़ेगा that shows that it has the price strength. So keep your eyes open on the previous week's low, both in the indices as well as in the stocks. तो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग करंटली इज कि अभी जो आप देख रहे हैं इंडिसेस में और साथ में स्टॉक्स में, आपको आज ये ध्यान रखना है कि कौन से वो स्टॉक्स हैं और कौन से वो इंडिसेस हैं जो पिछले हफ्ते का लो नहीं ब्रेक कर रहे। अगर ऐसा आपको कुछ भी दिखता है, पुट दैट इन योर वॉच लिस्ट, एंड बिकॉज लेट मी टेल यू दैट दैट इन इटसेल्फ इज अ क्लियर डिस्प्ले ऑफ प्राइस स्ट्रेंथ। अगर कोई भी स्टॉक या कोई भी इंडेक्स ऐसा नहीं कर रहा, इट मीन्स कि वहां पे बाइंग स्ट्रेंथ है और सेलर्स वहां पे बायर्स को ओवरपावर नहीं कर पा रहे। होना बहुत मुश्किल है, बट अगर ऐसा होता है तो दैट इज समथिंग दैट आई विल कीप इन माय वॉच लिस्ट. So let's quickly go back to where we were, and this is what we need to see now, right? अभी हमारे को ये जो दिख रहा है, बैंक निफ्टी, बैंक निफ्टी हैज क्लोज्ड pretty weak last week, और अगर इस हफ्ते भी ऐसा ही रहता है, राइट, तो ये और प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करेगा बैंकिंग स्टॉक्स के लिए. एंड आई होप दैट बैंकिंग स्टॉक्स विल रिमेन वीक. नॉट होप, आई नो, because HDFC Bank की न्यूज़ अभी तक सेटल डाउन नहीं हुई है guys. So today I just read it in the newspaper कि अभी now the bank management is now creating an inquiry, separate independent inquiry into the functioning of the bank, to put it across the investors कि क्या exactly हुआ है बैंक में, and if at all there is some concern or issues to be taken care of. Now this is the overall shape of the bank nifty, and it shows that it is just not looking the best. Now financial services index has already broken the lows of previous week. जो उसने ओपनिंग वीक पे बनाया था वो लो ब्रेक किया, which means it is showing the greatest amount of weakness. पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स का आज डेफिनेटली मेक और ब्रेक हो सकता है. If they break the previous week's low, then they will definitely be testing the 200-day EMA. ये जो orange yellow line है, ये 200-day EMA है. This should get tested in PSU banks. Now, auto can also test the lows of previous week and will definitely, if it breaks it, then it should go lower. Pharma is something that I am currently, more interested in, and I'll tell you why. The semaglutide. So basically, Ozempic is one of the drugs in US which was used to drastically reduce weights in obese people, right? Now, we have Indian companies now launching their generic versions, like Glenmark, like different other companies, right? Now, if that happens, then we should see some great amount of strength in the pharma sector, provided the companies, improve further. If that happens, then pharma can definitely outperform. But this is not a buy and sell recommendation. Let me clear you this. This is definitely not a buy and sell recommendation. I will wait for the confirmation first and then see how things are currently working. Right? Now, quickly going to Nifty Defense. Nothing is there, nothing is there, nothing is there. So basically, guys, अगर आज Nifty 1.5% नीचे gap down हो रही है, and if the gap down is happening and it sticks around till the end of the day, then we will see more such fall coming in the coming during the week. And I, as a trader, am not doing anything in this market. This is not the market to go and experiment with your hard-earned money. This is not the market where you make the highest amount of wealth. This is the market where people lose their entire generational wealth with the stupid move that they generally make, thinking that they are the smartest, but that is not the case. Therefore, if markets do not show me strength, I do not do anything in the markets. Now, if you see the US dollar index, this is the greatest concern for me. This is showing me the greatest concern. It is now at 93.87. मतलब पिछले 3 trading sessions में ही rupee has weakened by 1.6%. 1.5% से ज्यादा रूपी टूट चुका है. गाइज, बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट हो गया है. मतलब अब तो अगर आप फॉरेन इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टर्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें, देन मतलब एक हफ्ते में अगर 1.5% का लॉस अगर उनको हो रहा है खड़े खड़े विदाउट डूइंग एनीथिंग, देन व्हाट इज देयर मजबूरी टू कम टू इंडिया एंड इन्वेस्ट? आई थिंक इट इज हाई टाइम दैट वी शुड टेक केयर ऑफ दिस. High time. So dollar index strong है. Crude is still at $113. Has not increased, has not cooled down, so it is still there. Now Bitcoin, copper, metals. Oh my God, silver and gold are showing the biggest fall that we have seen up until now. And oh my God, so today also silver opened at God. Silver is down by point six by 6%, and gold is almost down by 4%. 5%. So gold is down by 5% and silver is down by 6%. So guys, this was definitely on the cards, and this was coming and we saw it coming. And I will put down the video in the description and you go and see why am I saying this, that I saw this coming. So I'm not boasting about me, मैं अपनी बढ़ाई नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I just read the historical price actions, and when I have the right historical reference, then believe you me that history repeats itself in the global scenario as well as in the technical charts. And this is why I look very closely to the technical charts and try to find the historical reference. I did that, and after that, I got to know that this is something that can happen, and I warned my viewers through that. But generally, when there is frenzy, nobody is, much interested in listening to what others are saying. So God bless to people who were invested in gold and silver and were trying to be on the side of longs. This is going to hurt them pretty bad. All right, so overall the scenario is pretty bad during this week. Taiwan is down by 3.5%, finally goes below its 200-day moving average line. VIX index of US is blasting higher. Dow Jones is bad on Friday. Nasdaq is bad on Friday, and S&P 500 was also super bad on Friday. So in short, what we have up until now seen is that no index in the equity stock market is holding well up until now. And for traders like me, I have absolutely no discomfort in saying that I am staying out of the market. I am not doing any experiment. I literally am so worried after seeing all this. This is not the market where, as a trader, I want to be interested in, because nobody knows where the bottom is. And if things worsen, then you have literally have no idea of how quickly the market can fall from here. Therefore, I am staying away. And well, thank you so much for joining in. And if you have any questions, you can put down in the chat section. I will try to answer them all. And if you guys have a question that we are seeing this war as an opportunity for the gold and silver to rise, and let me tell you with a disclaimer that this is not a buy and sell recommendation. I will pin down a video in the description where I have explained exactly where we have a good reference point of gold and silver, and the rally that we saw now has already happened in 1980, and what literally happened after that is exactly what you should know. जब आप वो देख लेंगे, जब आप वो समझ जाएंगे, तब आपको पता चल जाएगा कि where exactly do we stand and what should you do as a trader and investor. You will get the complete picture of gold and silver. I will pin that video now and you go and watch it. You will get your own answer. But in the meanwhile, rates have already settled and Nifty is opening 1.26% negative, 290 points. I will quickly open up the Nifty chart, and then, before I close, I'll just, so we have broken the lows of the previous week, which is exactly what we discussed now. And what happens after this is what you all know, when we break the lows, when we break the support, what happens after that is all what you know. Just sit out and experience this. Just sit out and watch closely of how the price is behaving, and where the Nifty takes support is something that nobody knows, but this is one of the major support areas where Nifty can come and test. So this will do two things. Number one, it will test the support area, and number two, it will test the support of March 2025, where we saw the complete sell off after the market stopped in October 2024. Right. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I think that you must have learned something new out of this video. And please don't worry and be concerned, because markets are a money business for the big players, and markets give you volatility, markets make you fearsome. That is a natural thing that happens when two nations go into a war. But markets have time and again indicated that whenever things have happened like this, we have seen a pain point of a temporary period where the brutality and volatility in the markets remain very high. But what follows after that is something that is, the market participants want to watch and love and feel glorified about. So markets rally after things bottom out, because of the war. So stay out, don't experiment anything, don't be stupid enough to wipe your capital off, and don't trust anybody. Trust your own knowledge, your own psychology, and your own thought process, and be patient. Hopefully things should improve. uh, will take some time to improve, but they will improve, right? Well, that's it, and thank you so much for watching. My name is Abhishek, and tomorrow we'll meet again at 8:45 a.m. with the another session of Trader Hikes. I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, Jai Hind.